It's time to have a conversation about first impressions with March of the Machines. This is one of those videos I just get so excited about making that it really doesn't matter how it goes over. I feel the need to express myself. And at the very beginning, I'm going to say, what the hell? Did you guys see the intro video? I hope you went to Wizards of the Coast website and see the intro video with Elspeth and Elishnor. I mean, guys, I gotta be honest, this is the type of storyline that has made me a lifelong Magic fan for all time. Alright, before we get into the actual video, this is an amazing sequence that I've seen in that video. It kind of reminded me of Sarah the Planeswalker from back in the day. I love Elspeth, so her coming back around. Go watch the video, but not only that. As we are going to do a little first kind of impression here on March the Machines, I've got to say I'm blown away. All right, MTG Moxman here, in case you missed all that. I didn't mention it. Doesn't matter. We're talking here. It is an amazing set so far. The battle mechanic and the cards it's going to mix with are really going to cause some vibrations throughout the player base of Magic the Gathering. This is the kind of set that it'll seem really overpowered. It's going to seem really tricked out. The players are just going to be awe-inspired and really get the creative juices flowing. Yeah, some cards could get banned, but most likely they're not going to. I don't know all the game mechanics and how they're going to interact, guys, but all I know is I'm excited. And that is something I don't get to say every day. I do get to say it quite a bit, but not every day. When I looked at the cards, the battle cards, the regular cards, the new Teferi flip battle card, I like that stuff. It just drives me forward to say, how can I mix this in? What card's going to work here? The new Elishnor, and you're like, yeah, this is going to be exciting, okay? There are going to be so many new cards coming into this set, and not only that, it actually touches even on reserve list cards. There'll be another video coming for that and how it'll affect some older reserve list cards. I'll touch on that. But right now, let me just show you some of the cards I'm talking about and how I feel about these cards when I'm viewing them. I'm a little insulted by one, and we'll get to that. I mean, it actually insulted my personal sense of being as a player because I've been around so long, and some of you will know which card already upset me. But let's check this stuff out. Okay, so the reason I might sound a little overly excited and just like totally blown away is because of the stories. These little stories that Wizards of the Coast gave us got my creative thoughts going about the story, the history, the lore, and the idea that Ren reaches out and touches across the multiverse to find Teferi. And now we have the invasion of new Phyrexia, and this is the battle card, right? And it says, it's 1 blue, 1 white plus X. As the siege enters, choose an opponent to protect it. You and others can attack it. When it's defeated, exile it and cast it transformed. When Invasion of New Phyrexia enters the battlefield, create X 2/2 white and blue knight creature tokens with vigilance, and of course it has 6. It's just the idea that the attackers from like Saphir have come over, they've crossed with the Realm Breaker, and they've gone over to try to storm New Phyrexia to save the multiverse. It just blows my mind. But not only that, it then converts us to Teferi, Akrosa of Zephyr. He transforms into this card. It's like a saga card that becomes a Planeswalker. I love this mechanic. I can't say enough good things about it. I think we needed this kind of shakeup in the game, and it gives it to us. And this isn't me going to be complaining about, oh, Wizards is miserable and they're ripping us off. I'm just talking about the mechanics, the R&D, the idea. And I love this, guys. I don't care. I think it's awesome. Legendary Planeswalker Teferi. +1. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Fair enough, you got all kinds of little white and blue token creatures attacking. -2, you get an emblem. With knights you control, get +1/+0 and have ward 1. That's kind of cool. I mean, there's quite a few knights out there. It's pretty cool. And then it's -3, tap X creatures you control. When you do, shuffle target non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value X or less into its owner's library. A way of exiling things by tapping all kinds of your creatures is another great ability. Yes, it's going to hurt him a little bit, but it's the idea, I think, of the emblem and the fact he's leading the armies forward. I mean, I'm not the big lore master here, guys. That's probably something historian covers, but I love this, okay? To me, this is just an epic idea behind a great storyline with a great intro video that just ties everything together. And because it's a standard set, it's not overpriced. Players can afford these cards. They can delve into the lore, the idea of the game, go to a pre-release. This is awesome. I think it's just amazing. Let's check out another series of cards here. Our next card is Invasion of Dominaria, and as you've probably noticed there on the right-hand side of your screen, it's an uncommon, and that's where I have an issue, because Dominaria is the central focal point of the multiverse. It is the beginning of the game, the history that everything Richard Garfield, the creator of the game, put together, and they made it an uncommon. It had to be better than that. It had to be a mythic. That's how I feel. I don't care about the power level of the card. You should have made it a mythic. Now, let's look at the card. Battle. When Invasion of Dominaria enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life and draw a card. I like that already. It's 1 white, 2 other. Fantastic. And of course, as the battle mechanic goes, as Siege enters the battlefield, choose an opponent to protect it and others can attack it. When it's defeated, exile it, cast it transformed. And this is where it gets good again. This is where I'm happy again. Sarah, Faithbringer. Creature, Angel, Flying, Vigilance. And it's not the card itself, although the card is epic and I love this artwork. It is the flavor text on the card. And it says, I was there when Phyrexia doomed Sarah's realm with a single touch. I was there when Yawgmoth tried and failed to conquer Dominaria, and I will be here. I will still be here when Elish Norn lies dead. It just shows the lifespan, the epic potential of an angel. And obviously an angel from Sarah's own realm. One of the original angels. Guys, this gave me tingles on my skin. It made me just feel, I don't know, like this should be a movie. Like I should be playing with this card in every single deck I build. That I've got to put this into my Angel Commander deck just because it exists. That's how I feel. And that's why I think it should be a mythic. That's just my little attitude about it. But what an amazing card. And there's a few others I want to mention just so we can go over this stuff because there's lots of cards. You guys all saw these cards. You all looked at them today. But it's just the idea behind it. I think Wizards has touched on something here. I think they've done a very impressive job putting this stuff together for the players. To put this kind of storyline together with, new Phyrexia. And then you've got March of the Machines, the battle, the multiverse fighting against the Phyrexia invasion on all fronts. And the combinations they've put together for us, it lends that excitement that can sometimes be missing from sets when it's a poorly done set, when it seems like it's rushed to production. And this doesn't seem that way to me. All right, to me as a player, as a person looking at this, I am ready to go down and lay down some money because I want to play the pre-release. I want to get in there. No, it doesn't mean I'm going to buy boxes and, I'm going to invest in this product. No, that's a whole separate conversation. This video is merely on the excitement I feel about looking at the product and the cards held within it, okay? The idea behind this set is what we're talking about today, not the financial value. We can do that later, just the idea. Now let's check out this next card. Okay, the next Siege card I want to share with you is Invasion of Tarkir. 1 red, 1 other. It has a 5 life thing. We already know what the Siege part does. And it says, when Invasion of Tarkir enters the battlefield, reveal any number of dragon cards from your hand. And when you do, Invasion of Tarkir deals X damage plus 2 to any other target, where X is the number of cards revealed this way. X can be 0. What a great fun card, okay? This one's a mythic for obvious reasons. It can deal a whole bunch of damage, but it also can of course change over. It has 5 life on it, but when it changes, you get the Defiant Thundermaw. Flying, trample, 4/4, and whenever a dragon you control attacks, it deals 2 damage to any target. And of course, amazing flavor text. The Phyrexians are fools if they believe they can weather such a storm. Wow, guys. Great concept, great line. I mean, it should be in a movie, right? Very well done. But it gets a little bit better. And this is just another side card I'm putting up here to share with you guys. And that is the Hoarding Broodlord. Now, some of these cards are definitely still geared to Commander, okay? We can see that in the creation of these cards, but that doesn't mean they're not awesome. Now, the Hoarding Broodlord. 3 black plus 5. It's a 7/6 with Convoke, I might add. Flying. When Hoarding Broodlord enters a battlefield, search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may play it. Spells you cast from exile have Convoke. Guys, that's going in Dragon Commander decks. It seems like it's almost another big ancient dragon itself, and this one's only a rare. Like, what an amazing idea they put behind this card. I love this stuff. Alright, and there's just a couple more I gotta share with you. Thanks for sticking to the videos long and enduring the excitement that the Moxman has for this video. Okay, let's check the next one out. The last couple, I promise you, I'm sure you guys will slam some comments down on amazing cards I've missed. But these are just a couple of cards that caught me, and really, it's going to be a great set. Let's check out this last batch. Our next cards are Rankle and Torbrand. These like combo cards. Legendary creature, Fairy Dwarf. That means this can go in Dwarf decks, this can go in Fairy decks. 2 red, 2 black, 1 other. I am not keen on the artwork. It just seems very minimal. It doesn't seem to emphasize any strength of the characters, so it doesn't really get me. But let's look at the card. Flying, First Strike, and Haste. That's awesome. Whenever Rankle and Torbrand deals combat damage to a player or battle, choose any number, which means they're mixing in Rankle's power, right? Remember that? Very cool. Each player creates a treasure token, all right? Each player sacrifices a creature. This definitely could fit into Commander. And if a source would deal damage to a player or battle this turn, it deals that much damage +2 instead, which is mixing in Torbrand's power. Guys, what a great card. Come on. I mean, I don't like the artwork, but I love the card. I like the idea. It's only a rare. It's going to be a cheap, not expensive card, but it's going to find a way into so many decks. And it just kind of fits with the story of everyone being attacked everywhere. You know, Eldraine under siege, and here we have it. It's just awesome to me, okay? Now, the last card I want to share with you today in the video is Realm Breaker, the Invasion Tree. It's only a rare, but let's take a closer look here. It's a 3 casting cost, 2 in tap. Target opponent mills 3 cards. Put a land card from their graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. It gains this land would leave the battlefield, exile it, instead of putting it anywhere else. Interesting, right? You get to throw things into people's graveyards and take land. That is a very cool mechanic. Unfortunately, a lot of games end early, but this in a Commander game, this somewhere else, I can see it kind of a powerful card, okay? Now, the last part of this card says 10, tap, sacrifice the Realm Breaker, the Invasion Tree. Search your library for any number of Praetor cards and put them onto the battlefield and then shuffle. Guys, that is going to be just, it's going to be an amazing card, okay? I like the idea that it's target opponent, it's not yourself. You get to take these lands and do crazy stuff. It just, all this fits together with the story they've been trying to tell us about March of the Machines, okay? I just think this is going to be a phenomenal set. I think it's going to go over really well with the player base. I know I'm excited about it. Not the money aspect, guys. We're not talking financial. Remember that, as much as you might want to get in there, the story, the lore, the way it fits together just grabbed me this time, which is why I'm putting this video out there. Let me know what you guys think. Slam some comments down there. Give this video a thumbs up. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. And of course, we'll have a regular video tomorrow. I just had to get this one up, okay? Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome night. Read some cards. Have some fun. Go brewing. Can't help myself. It's awesome. To the most amazing patrons on my channel, which is each and every one of you, thanks again for supporting the channel, guys. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. I hope you're looking at these cards. Patrons rock. They make this content possible each and every day. Thanks again, everyone. This is going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go to a couple of pre-releases on this one just because the story, it's just like when I did War of the Spark. This feels like Dominaria 2018. It gets the juices flowing, man. Love it. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. You deserve it. I look forward to seeing you all later. Thanks for hanging out with me. And of course, if you made it this far, put Sarah in the comment sections. That Faith card, just, I wish they'd made it a mythic. I wish they pumped it up a little bit, but it grabbed me. Gave me the shivers. Give me a Sarah Planeswalker. Time traveling.